I should imagine this is probably a good £3 of anybody's money. Good afternoon, it's Thursday the 21st of May, it's just about 12:20. I've come down to the canal today for a spot of roach and skimmer fishing. I've already baited up 2 swims while I was getting set up. I've baited one up just in front of the bush here with some ground bait and casters, and I've baited one a bit further in towards the far bank with loose fed casters. All I'd got really was bait that I'd got in the fridge, which was some old casters, or in the freezer should I say, some old casters. I've got some pinkies with me and I've got some sweet corn. I've already set up 2 rigs. I've got a deep rig with a 0.3 of a gram float, which is bulk shotted down towards the hook for fishing in front of the bush, and then I've got a lighter rig with a strung out shot pattern for fishing over towards the far bank. And I'm just about to have the first put in. I've just had to cover the camera up because it's really warm here, and I would be melting the camera I think if I'm not careful. So I'm just loose feeding about half a dozen casters just out towards the far bush, and I'm going to start on that line first, and then I've already seen 1 or 2 bream because the water's quite clear because there's a lack of boats, although 4 have been passed already. But I've already seen a few bream come over this nearer swim in the deeper water and go down over the ground bait. But we'll start with the strung out rig first of all and see if there's anything to be caught on the drop. I'm on 1.5 pound bottoms and size 18 hooks, and I'm going to start with a single caster first of all. I've not put a keep net in. I don't know whether I shall bother today. I'm pretty sure that the Angling Trust guidelines were not to use keep nets, but I couldn't find it on the website when I was looking earlier, so I won't put one in just to be on the safe side. It's not my first trip out. I've had a couple of trips out after canal carp of the evening, but that's a video for another day. But today I just fancied a simple bit of pleasure fishing. I'm just going to lay that in just there. Oh, there we are. Oh, that didn't take too long. Looks like a nice little roach. Actually, it looks like quite a decent roach. It's my first fish for a little while. And that is an absolute beauty. Just look at that. Right there, you little devil. Absolutely stunning. And here comes another boat. There we go. I wouldn't mind a few like that today. Afternoon. Picked my flask up to have a drink before I started and nearly burnt my hands. And the pole's not much cooler either. Oh, and we're in again. Oh, that's a good fish. I'm on a 3 to 4 elastic on this rig, and I've got a 5 to 6 on the other rig. Nice skimmer. He's a fat little one, that one. And I just want to find a disgorger. Well, that's a good start anyway. There's nothing like a few caster caught fish. Ye gods, this pole is hot. See a few bubbles coming up. Another fish. Beauties. Not that time. Nice looking skimmer. And bit of roach this time. Yes, it is. Oh, it might even be a rudd actually. I know there's quite a few rudd in here. I saw them while I was walking. It is. It's a rudd. Clean the leaves off of it. I am going to call that the fish to end on. It's absolutely beautiful, lovely rudd. There's quite a few of them in here now. There never used to be at one time, but there is now. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, we're getting a few nice fish, and they've all been quality fish. It's been well worth coming out. Looks like another nice rudd. Beauty. Actually, it's a hybrid, it's not a rudd, this one. A bit lively. Oops, as you can see. Hold still. I want to show you off. He's got other ideas. So I've had roach, rudd, hybrids, skimmers, but definitely today, or at this time of day should I say, the loose fed caster has been far better than the fishing over ground bait. But probably later on, if I was stopping till evening, I should imagine the ground bait swim would come into its own. Certainly for a few bream and stuff. Just keep pinging a few casters over where I've put that ground bait as well. Ow, 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 ow. Mind you, a hot day today, you would expect most of the fish to be up in the water, so it's no surprise really. But it's always good to do things like that. try two different approaches over a couple of different swims, because if I'd just stuck with ground bait and casters today, I probably wouldn't have had half so many fish. Probably could have had a few more on this far swim if I had gone to 7 sections and pushed back even further, but I know there's a lot of overhanging bramble from off of this bush here. I've been course up on it before, so that's why I've stayed a little bit short today. Oh, something reasonable, as it's pulling a bit of elastic. Pole joints are sticking together. Could be the best fish of the day. Looks like a good bream. Or a very good hybrid. It's fighting a little hard for a bream. Yeah, it's a good hybrid by the looks of it. A very good one. Let's see if I can get him in. Yes! Wow. I think I'll be hard pressed to top that one today. See if I can hold this one up. Camera is still running. Make sure I haven't run out of battery or card. But I should imagine this is probably a good £3 of anybody's money. An absolutely lovely fish. Hello you. Absolutely beautiful. Ooh. There we are. Yeah. It's turned into an absolutely stunning afternoon fish-wise. Years ago I always used to come out at the crack of dawn or fish at night, late at night, but These days I tend to do as somebody once referred to it, whose name escapes me at the moment, as office hour angling. Another nice fish. And to be honest, I seem to catch as much, if not more. But absolutely enjoying the game. Stunning stamp of fish. God, another good solid chunky fish. Another really nice hybrid. You can't complain when you're catching fish like that, can you? Slime me, as they said on Ghostbusters. You know, when I was much younger, probably, I don't know, about 14, 15, and I first tried caster, you know, I was very impatient, because normally on maggots you catch quite quickly, and I tried the caster for a bit and wasn't having much luck, so I changed back to maggots. But then after a little while, as I learnt to cultivate patience, I used to do an awful lot of caster and hemp fishing on the canal. I don't do so much of it as I used to, mainly because it's getting hold of casters. My local tackle shop only tends to have them in on a Friday, and they get them in for the weekend, and then they're sold out more or less straight away. So if I don't go there on a Friday, it means I've got I don't know, about a 16-mile round trip to go and get casters, and to be honest, half the time I can't be bothered to drive all that way just to get half a pint or a pint of casters. Ow! And the reason why I've got casters today is because previously, just before I stopped fishing, I'd bought a couple of pints of maggots ready to go out, and what I did was, when I realised I wasn't going to be going out, I turned them into casters. If you have a look on YouTube, there's lots of good videos from some of the experts on there on how to turn casters. I'm not an expert, I'm just a bloke that really enjoys his fishing. Oh, he got away. I think he shelled that one and all. But if you look it up, it's well worth doing if you can't get them readily available. And they're not just a great bait for this sort of thing, they're an absolutely cracking bait for carp fishing as well. They do quite a bit of tension carp fishing using plastic casters, strangely enough, but obviously I'll feed with the real thing, and then fish plastic ones, normally hair rigged, and They're an amazing bait. But the fish are really coming onto these now on the bottom. If I'd actually got some hemp prepared, which I hadn't, I've been using all my hemp, mixing it in for baiting up for carp fishing on the canal at night, and I hadn't got any separated loose hemp, and I hadn't got time to boil it up, but I would have actually fished hemp and caster today. Oof. Getting a lot of flotsam and that coming down now. There's the trouble, and the wind's blowing it down here, and it's just sitting by here. Ooh, and that wind's picked up quite a bit. Especially for roach, hemp and caster is a superb combination. And if you do any stick float or waggler or bollow fishing over on a river, loose feed hemp and casters, and you'll soon amass yourself a net of decent roach. You just tend to get the fish going, and then you tend to get the boats coming along and the locks opening, and it tears back and forth, and this could be the smallest fish of the day. It could be a roach. No. Another. Oh, hang on, it is, yeah. Sorry. Thought it was a skimmer for a moment. You're worth looking at, aren't you? Oh, I've just seen a roach swimming around about 8 inches below the surface. I've seen about 3 fish today below the surface. The majority of haven't been showing themselves, but when I was coming down for walks before, I got quite a number of fish were up in the water on those bright sunny days we had about 2-3 weeks ago. An awful lot of rudd and roach swimming around in 2s and 3s. Ooh, it's going for it. Oh, another beauty. I mean, just look at those. Look at those fins in this sunshine. Absolutely splendid. Keep feeding both lines. Probably would have been better with a little pot on, but somebody's bound to write in and tell me, but I fancy pinging a few out today with a catapult. All of the sheep are in the shade. They're smarter than me, aren't they? But then again, the sheep aren't having as much fun. The roach is stunning. Mind you, so is everything I've caught today. Only small but wonderful. Must be the smallest fish I've had today. They're only barbless hooks, but I just find 18s and 20s very difficult to get my hands on these days. Took a little while. Feels reasonable. This is. Looks like a nice skimmer. Have a good stamp. Can't complain at those, can you? Looks like we might be ending on a roach. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Very fitting. And then escaped. Hold still, come on. There we go. Nice roach to end on. I think we'll call it a day at that.